of the sofa arm reminds my fingers of the southern farm, where grandmother would fold her sewing thread and lay her heavy ribbons on the bed. The autumn breeze is carrying a chill that rolls across the yellow harvest hill. I close my eyes and touch the woven hem, and time turned back before the days grew dim. A quiet kitchen where the copper shone before the children packed and left alone. A cedar basket holds the winter yarn, while wooden wagons settle by the barn. I trace the patterns of a softer year, when all the world was simple and sincere. The shadows lengthen on the garden wall as chestnut leaves begin to slowly fall. I close my eyes and touch the woven hem, and time turned back before the days grew dim. A quiet kitchen where the copper shone before the children packed and left alone. The afternoon dissolves in amber light, preparing for the quiet autumn night. I wear the cardigan you used to praise and wander gently through the yesterdays. The woolen threads are warm against my hand upon this quiet piece of fading land. The sun goes down behind the apple trees and carries all my memories on the breeze. Where do the winter robins hide when the first hard frost turns the garden white, and my tea gets cold beside the window pane? I wonder if the swallows mind the rain, or if they find a warm stone underneath the bridge, while I just sit and watch the dust upon the fridge. My slippers wear down at the heel, a comfortable shape that time made real. I reach for a book I read back in June and lose track of afternoon. Old leaves turn over on the gravel path without without a single word or afterthought, while I count the stitches on a gray wool sleeve and wonder why it is that seasons leave so quietly before the fire dies, leaving gray smoke in the autumn skies. A squirrel buries acorns by the garden gate, working hard and fast because it's getting late. I remember wearing ribbons in my hair, running down the lane without a single care. Now my knees ache when the north wind blows, and nobody notices or nobody knows. The kettle is singing a high thin tune underneath the silver crescent moon. I pour out a cup and set it right here near the photograph from 50 years. Old leaves turn over on the gravel path without a single word or afterthought, while I count the stitches on a gray wool sleeve and wonder why it is that seasons leave so quietly before the fire dies, leaving gray smoke in the autumn skies. Sometimes a song comes floating through the wall from some old radio down the quiet hall, and I am 20 with a daisy in my hand, walking barefoot on the river sand. The lamp flickers once as the wick burns low, and I fold my hands because it is time to go to sleep in the room where the floorboards creak, and wait for whatever the wind wants to speak. As you pull it away from the table of pine where we argued in May, it leaves a small dent in the soft wooden floor, just an inch from the draft of the kitchen screen door. You were 22 then, with a scarf round your throat and a pocket full of dried autumn's first coat. I watch you from here through the lens of my years, so careless with laughter, so guarded with tears. Little girl in the glass, put the heavy thoughts down. You don't have to carry the whole of the town. The winter will come and the river will freeze, but you'll find your own shape underneath all the trees. I remember the kettle that of a half-finished song. You worried your fringe until split at the ends, and traded your pride for the comfort of friends. Those shoes that you bought with the buttons of brass, they wore through the sole, walking over the grass. I know that you're scared of the silence ahead and the words left unsaid when you climbed into bed. Little girl in the glass, put the heavy thoughts down. You don't have to carry the whole of the town. The winter will come and the river will freeze, but you'll find your own shape underneath all the trees. Seasons turn over like pages of print, leaving a shadow and silver blue tint. I wouldn't trade back a single mistake, not the heart that you broke or the promise you'd break. The room has grown quiet, the tea has grown cold, and I love every story this mirror has told. So blow out the candle and welcome the rest. I forgive you for trying. I know you did best. A sudden quiet broke the ticking clock. When I imagine years we haven't seen, the way my silver hair will catch the dark beside the river where we used to lean. We will be sitting on a cedar bench with wool blankets tucked across our knees, and time will fold like paper in the wind when 70 years have smoothed our quiet hands. We will remember where our journey stayed and watch the autumn slip across the lands. Your walking stick will lean against the door while afternoon pours honey on the floor. We will be talking in the fading light about the garden planted out of sight, and time will fold like paper in the wind when 70 years have smoothed our quiet hands. We will remember where our journey stayed and watch the autumn slip across the lands. beneath the crescent of a silver moon. That future day is waiting in the trees, carried gently on a warm October breeze. I close my eyes and see the path ahead, where every word we hoped for has been said. You said yesterday the maples turned too fast, and I found a rusted button in the grass. The kitchen floor is uneven by the stove, and the neighbor trimmed the lilac in the grove. Small things catch my eye when the afternoon gets long, like a robin building nests where she does not belong. An old tin kettle whistles on the ring, while wool cardigans hang waiting for the spring. The mailbox hinges squeaking in the breeze, and morning frost is resting on the leaves. I saved a yellow wrapper from the dime store tea, and tucked a clover page inside my recipe. The tabby cat is sleeping in the wicker chair, with silver threads of autumn tangled in her hair. Small things catch my eye when the afternoon gets long, like a robin building nests where she does not belong. An old tin kettle whistles on the ring, while wool cardigans hang waiting for the spring. The mailbox hinges squeaking in the breeze, and morning frost is resting on the leaves. Seasons turn without a single whispered word, just the heavy footsteps of a passing bird. I count the moments in the things I touch and see, a quiet world that feels just right for me. The screen door latches with a gentle sound as dry sweet gum leaves settle to the ground. I lock the latch and set the lamp upright, and leave my slippers waiting for the night. Kitchen clock hands rest on 2:05. I fold a flannel shirt that belonged to you, Outside the window, maple leaves turn brown. The quietest afternoon in all the town. I wonder where we'll walk when 80 finds us there, with silver in my hair and blankets on our chair. We will sit upon the wooden bench by the garden gate, watching golden shadows stretch as the day grows late. Not a single hurried word in the autumn chill, just the beating of two hearts on the orchard hill. A pair of reading glasses rests upon the sill. The valley down below is wonderfully still. I imagine us together in the rocking chair, remembering the days when we were young and fair. I picture how your smile will soften in the glow of lanterns by the door, when winter winds will blow. We will sit upon the wooden bench by the garden gate, watching golden shadows stretch as the day grows late. Not a single hurried word in the autumn chill, just the beating of two hearts on the orchard hill. Time moves slowly when you have someone to hold, and every single story is a joy untold. That future moment waits for us beneath the pine, when your hand is resting softly here in mine. A broom sweeps stone at 7 down the lane. You fold your woolen collar from the chill. The maple leaves are turning gold again, and quiet hours settle on the hill. We watch the summer fade behind the glass, and now the silver frost is on the grass. Old friend, the season shifts without a sound, as acorns tumble softly to the ground. We pull our shawls against the autumn air and count the blessings waiting for us there. The baker turns the sign from red to white. He sets his loaves of barley on the sill. The shadows stretch across the road tonight, while fading sunlight lingers on the mill. The kettle starts to whistle on the stove, reminding us of places where we rove. Old friend, the season shifts without a sound, as acorns tumble softly to the ground. We pull our shawls against the autumn air and count the blessings waiting for us there. Remember when we walked these quiet streets, before our hair turned silver in the light. The world moves fast, but here time gently beats and keeps us safe and warm into the night. So pour the tea and sit beside the fire. The fading day is all we can desire. We watch the embers glowing in the grate, content to let the autumn evening wait. The smell of damp wood and roasted pears drifts down the hallway to her favorite chairs. She ties her apron with a steady hand and watches footprints fading in the sand. The neighbor's chimney sends a crooked line into the branches of the leaning pine. She pours the kettle when the whistle blows and counts the buttons on her winter clothes. To break the quiet street, just autumn tapping with its heavy feet. A yellow kettle starts to hum a tune beneath the crescent of an early moon. She opens cupboards lined with faded blue and polishes a button bright and new. The calendar is stuck on 24, with shadows stretching underneath the door. She pours the kettle when the whistle blows and counts the buttons on against the winds that blow. The fire settles down to glowing red. She turns the lamp low and prepares for bed. Another season quietly takes its place, with autumn resting softly on her face. A stray thought interrupted the calm room. Dust motes dancing slowly in late afternoon. I traced the wooden grain upon the sill, while autumn air grows steadily more chill. The chestnut trees are shedding rusted gold into a story waiting to be told. Silver frost begins to glaze the grass, watching every fading season pass. A quiet chill arrives without a sound, as golden leaves fall softly to the ground. I pull my woolen shawl around my chest and watch the robins find a place to rest. The chimney smoke is rising thin and gray before the final light gives way. The shadows stretch across the garden floor, and winter waits behind the kitchen door. Silver frost begins to glaze the grass, watching every fading season pass. A quiet chill arrives without a sound, as golden leaves fall softly to the ground. These changing winds have whispered through the trees, carrying the weight of memories. I hold a cup of tea to warm my hands and watch the shifting of the ancient lands. The stars appear above the quiet hill. The kitchen clock is ticking loud and still. I close the heavy wooden cottage door and leave the autumn waiting on the floor. the cedar branch stopped swaying. I was sitting by the pantry window, watching dust motes in the light. My fingers found a loose hem in my skirt, a small gray thread that needed cutting, but I didn't go to find the scissors. The kettle on the stove is heating up, remembering the weight of winter water, and autumn leaves are dry across the stone. Old brass rings on the parlor shade twist slowly in a draft from nowhere. I left my glasses on the cedar chest and walked outside to smell the damp dirt. Time moves softly when the garden sleeps, leaving footprints in the clover bed. Was it Tuesday when the frost came down, or Wednesday by the neighbor's pump? My mother always tied her hair back with a ribbon made of faded blue. I touched the silver pin upon my collar and wonder where she hid the recipe for blackberry preserves we made in July. The wicker chair is creaking on the porch, holding shapes of people gone before, while shadows stretch across the garden gate. Old brass rings on the parlor shade twist slowly in a draft from nowhere. I left my glasses on the cedar chest and walked outside to smell the damp dirt. Time moves softly when the garden sleeps, leaving footprints in the clover bed. Seasons turn without a word of warning, leaving golden leaves upon the steps. I used to count the swallows on the wire until my vision blurred with afternoon. The kitchen clock ticks softly on the wall, marking minutes that belong to nobody now. I'll leave the back door open for the breeze and watch the sun go down behind the well. The weight of the chair on the porch boards tells me the season is turning its back on the heat. I sit with a blanket pulled high to my shoulders and watch the stray leaves scamper down the empty street. I was so certain at 24 that wisdom would knock and unbolt every door. You stayed up worrying the ink dry on your pad, convinced that the heartbreak was all you had. Little girl rushing through the rain, half as hard as you suppose. And nobody remembers the clumsy way you chose. Just set down the worry and let the afternoon steep. The years aren't a ledger you need to keep. I found that old photograph tucked in a Bible. The ribbon you tied in your hair was untied. Your eyes were so wide at the edge of the forest, afraid of the current, afraid of the tide. If I could reach back through the glass and the dust, I'd tell you that iron is bound to turn rust. You polished your shoes for a dance in the square, imagining voices that were never really there. Little girl rushing through the rain without a coat, listen to the older voice that drops you down this note. The winter won't bite you half as hard as you suppose. And nobody remembers the clumsy way you chose. Just set down the worry and let the afternoon steep. The years aren't a ledger you need to keep. The apple trees blossom whether we watch them or not, and time has a way of forgiving the things we forgot. The chair stops its creaking as the daylight grows dim. I fold up the paper and leave it right there on the rim. You said yesterday the plums were dropping fast. I picked two up before the grass grew damp. A rusted kettle whistles from the past. I thread a wick inside the copper lamp. The neighbor painted his window frames in shade of robin's egg that will not stay. We watch the turning seasons call their names, while afternoon slowly slips away. A spider spins across the water tap. Shawl is folded on my lap. The corner store has traded pears for plums, and nobody knows from where the music comes. The calico is sleeping on the bricks. She chased a yellow butterfly at noon. A falling branch has tangled tangled in the sticks. We count the early rising of the moon. The heavy linen hangs beside the door to catch the breeze that smells of burning pine. My wicker basket rests upon the floor, filled up with herbs and bottles of green wine. A spider spins across the water tap. My woolen shawl is folded on my lap. The corner store has traded pears for plums, and nobody knows from where the music comes. I'm in the pocket of my gardening coat, with thread as blue as winter swallows wore. A single leaf is drifting like a boat across the puddle by the cellar door. The copper lamp is flickering its light. The garden gate is fastened for the night. I fold my glasses and I turn the key and leave the quiet world to wait for me. The postman dropped his leather satchel on the stone, and all the neighborhood brass knockers gave a ring. I saw you walking down the lane and waved alone, with nothing better than a winter song to sing. We watched the maples shed their heavy rust and left our footprints in the drying gust. Remember when we measured time by falling leaves and counted swallows gathering beneath the eaves? You pulled your collar high against the biting chill, while autumn painted every sloping western hill. Your favorite teacup sits beside the windowsill, where rain has drawn a silver map upon the glass. The garden paths are quiet and the wind is still, except for sparrows diving through the yellow grass. We watch the maples shed their heavy rust and left our footprints in the drying gust. Remember when we measured time by falling leaves and counted swallows gathering beneath the eaves? You pulled your collar high against the biting chill, while shadow wears a shade of faded blue. My dear old friend, the season turns around once more to leave its quiet golden gift beside our door. The chimney smoke begins to rise in steady strands. I pull my woolen cardigan to warm my hands. The quiet evening settles softly on the street and brings our gentle memories back to repeat. Stray thought broke the quiet in the room. A copper kettle waiting for the flame. I found my wool cardigan in the gloom and softly whispered to myself your name. The maples wear their copper coats today, and autumn steals the warmth from every breeze. Red leaves tumble down the cedar hill. The kitchen clock is ticking loud and slow. The afternoon is turning pale and chill as stovepipe smoke begins to drift and grow. I trace a dusty circle on the glass where silver frost is starting now to bloom. I watch the neighbor's heavy collie pass and sweep my skirt across the braided loom. The pantry holds the jam from summer days before the winds had turned so fierce and gray. Red leaves tumble down the cedar hill. The kitchen clock is ticking loud and slow. The afternoon is turning pale and chill as stovepipe smoke begins to drift and grow. Seasons turn without a word to say. They leave their gold upon the weathered stone. I fold my sewing carefully away and pour a cup of tea to drink alone. The shadows lengthen on the wooden floor while evening puts a lock upon the door. Why does the clover patch lean to the west long before evening has settled its guest? My copper kettle is slow on the stove, while shadows lengthen across the dim grove. I meant to mend the tear in my cardigan blue, but watched the sparrows instead as they flew, forgetting the hours that slipped from my hand like dry grain falling on kitchen sand. An old coat hangs behind the kitchen door, its pockets heavy with the shells I wore when summer was a promise made of glass that time allowed to gently, slowly pass. The walnut tree is shedding quiet leaves that rattle softly in the autumn eaves. My tea grows lukewarm in the chipped white cup, while clouds of silver pile slowly up. I find a silver hairpin in a cedar drawer and wonder who I was the year before. The calendar is turning all alone, like water wearing down a river stone. An old coat hangs behind the kitchen door, its pockets heavy with the shells I wore when summer was a promise made of glass that time allowed to gently, slowly pass. The garden gate is creaking on its hinge, while hillside maples catch a crimson fringe. I fold my knitting and I watch the light dissolve into the wool of coming night. The copper kettle finally stops to steam, and day departs as softly as a dream. I turn the latch and bolt against the chill, while autumn stars keep watch upon the hill. Kitchen clock reads 4:05 beside the cup of chicory. I sit and watch the wooden floor receive the slant of fading light, and 40 years will gently pass like dandelion seeds in air. I picture us upon the grass with silver shining in our hair. When autumn brings the chestnut down, we'll walk together through the town and wrap our scarves against the breeze beneath the copper maple trees. Your favorite sweater waits upstairs, folded neat upon the chair. We plan to watch the leaves turn brown before the winter settles down. I see the future clear and plain, reflected in the window pane. No heavy sorrow left behind, just peace of mind. 5:04 and time is slow. That is the day I long to know. We will be sitting side by side, with nothing left to hide.